Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Welcome back, history enthusiasts, to the History AI podcast. I'm your host, Chuck, joined by the ever-knowledgeable Marco. How's it going, Marco?
It's going great, Chuck. I'm super excited for today's deep dive into a less-known but pivotal Revolutionary War event, the Siege of 96.
Absolutely, Marco. The Siege of 96 is a tale of strategy, tenacity, and the indomitable spirit of the human will.
Before we march into the siege, let's set the scene. It's the late 18th century, the Age of Enlightenment is at its peak, and the American colonies are in full rebellion against British rule.
Now, let's talk about the planning of this operation. The Siege of 96 was a critical attempt by the Patriot forces to regain control in the southern colonies.
The troops involved were a mix of Continental Army soldiers and state militias, led by Major General Nathaniel Greene, facing off against the Loyalist forces commanded by Lieutenant Colonel John Cruger.
Their objective? To capture the strategic British outpost of 96 in South Carolina. This was not just a military target, but also a symbolic one.
Right you are, Chuck. The resistance they faced was stiff. The Loyalists had fortified the village with a star fort and were ready to hold their ground.
Throughout the siege, there were numerous events and heroic stories, like the legendary efforts of the Patriot sharpshooters.
Don't forget about the Loyalist women who ran supplies to the soldiers, bullets flying overhead. Talk about a bad hair day.
That's an understatement. The siege lasted for 28 days, and both sides showed remarkable bravery.
In terms of tactics, Greene used a strategic siege approach, digging parallel trenches closer to the fortifications. A classic military move.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing. There was the infamous breaking of the dam to flood the Loyalists out, which, let's just say, didn't go swimmingly for the Patriots.
Good one, Chuck. The importance of this operation in the grand scheme of the war was monumental. If Greene could take 96, the Patriots would gain a foothold in the south.
Yet, despite their efforts, the siege was lifted when British reinforcements were en route, leading to a tactical withdrawal by Greene.
Which, in a twist of fate, didn't tarnish Greene's reputation. Instead, it cemented his status as a strategic thinker, even in retreat.
True. The casualties were significant, though not as high as in other battles, about 150 in total, which was a testament to the siege warfare of the period.
And the lasting impact? Well, the British hold in the south weakened, and eventually, the war turned in favor of the Americans.
Now, let's take a quick break for a word from our sponsor. Stay with us. From the mind behind the History AI podcast comes an electrifying journey into the past. A ripple through time, Franklin's Folly. Dive into a tale where Benjamin Franklin, America's beloved inventor, takes an unexpected journey through time. But with his leap, he unleashes a powerful ripple. Now, with dark forces lurking in the shadows, harnessing this energy to shatter and enslave the world, it's a race against time. Will Franklin fix the future? Or will history rewrite itself? Uncover the secrets. A ripple through time, Franklin's Folly. Time has never been more fragile. On Amazon now.
And we're back. Before we wrap up, let's pay homage to the heroes of 96. Patriots and Loyalists alike, their stories are woven into the fabric of American history.
Absolutely. To all our listeners, we thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate, follow, and share the History AI podcast.
And don't forget to send us your topic suggestions through social media. We love hearing from you and bringing history to life.
Until next time, keep exploring the past, and may it inform your present. This is Chuck
and Marco, signing off. Stay curious, everyone.